What if I told you that most people in their 30s are making a series of invisible mistakes that will all but guarantee they retire broke? It's not about buying lattes or skipping avocado toast. It's about the silent financial traps that nobody ever warns you about. The ones that look like progress but are secretly digging your grave. By the time most people realize what's happening, it's already too late. It usually starts with something that feels completely normal, even responsible. A car loan that seems manageable, the remaining student debt you've just accepted as part of life, or the credit card balance that you swear you'll pay off next month. This is the debt mirage. On the surface, you're acquiring assets and living a comfortable life. But beneath the surface, you've attached a series of small anchors to your financial future. Every single dollar that goes toward interest on a car, a student loan, or a credit card is a dollar that can't go to work for you. It's a dollar that will never have the chance to grow, to compound, to build the wealth that buys you freedom. People tell themselves it's good debt, or that everyone has it, but that's just a comforting lie. The truth is, this constant, low-level financial drain is designed to keep you running in place, always working to pay for yesterday's decisions instead of building tomorrow's security. It ensures you're always a little bit stressed, a little bit behind, and never truly in control. But this constant drain is just the first crack in the foundation. The next one is far more sinister, and it happens the moment you think you've finally made it. Before I continue, I'm Adam Invests, and I spend a lot of time breaking down money, compounding, and why so many people get stuck in the paycheck-to-paycheck trap. If you're serious about learning how wealth is actually built, not just wishing for it, make sure to hit subscribe and tap the like button if this video gives you value. That pay raise finally hits your account. You get the promotion, land the better job, and for the first time, there's a little breathing room. The immediate instinct is to upgrade. A nicer apartment, a more expensive car, fancier dinners, the vacation you've always wanted. This isn't just lifestyle inflation. These are the golden handcuffs. Each upgrade adds another link to the chain, increasing your baseline cost of living until your new, bigger salary feels just as tight as the old one. You're making more money than ever, yet you're still living paycheck to paycheck. You've become a prisoner to your own lifestyle, trapped in a job you might not even like because you can't afford to leave. The irony is devastating. The very success you worked so hard for has actually reduced your freedom. You've sold your future security for present comfort, all without even realizing it. And while you're busy upgrading your life, an invisible number is quietly deciding your future. Everyone talks about getting an 800 credit score as if it's a high score in a video game, but it's not a game. It's an invisible gatekeeper that controls the price you pay for almost everything significant in your life. A good score doesn't just get you approved for a mortgage, it saves you tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars over the life of the loan. Let's be clear, a person with a 680 score and a person with an 800 score could be approved for the exact same $400,000 house, but they will not pay the same price. The person with the lower score will be punished with a higher interest rate, a hidden tax that bleeds them of an extra $50,000 or more over 30 years. But here's the truly terrifying part. This entire system is incredibly fragile. Just one mistake, a single payment that's more than 30 days late, can shatter your score, dropping it by over 100 points. That one slip-up stays on your record for 7 years. A constant reminder of a single mistake that will cost you thousands. It's a system where it takes years to build trust and only a moment to destroy it. But even with a perfect score, you're still vulnerable. Because life doesn't care about your credit rating when disaster strikes. The call comes in the middle of the day. The company is downsizing. Your position has been eliminated, effective immediately. Suddenly, your income is gone. The golden handcuffs feel ice cold. How do you pay the mortgage, the car payment, the credit card bills? This is the moment where two paths diverge. For the person without a fortress, panic sets in. They burn through their meager savings in a few weeks, then start racking up high-interest credit card debt just to survive. They're forced to take the first job that comes along, even if it's a pay cut, just to stop the bleeding. For the person who built their fortress, the story is different. Their well-stocked emergency fund, at least 6 to 12 months of living expenses, acts as a shield. It buys them time to breathe, time to find the right job, not just any job. It turns a potential catastrophe into a manageable inconvenience. An emergency fund isn't just money in the bank. It's the ultimate defense against making desperate, life-altering decisions from a place of fear. It is the wall that protects everything else you're trying to build. But that wall is only half the battle. The real war is being fought on a much longer timeline, and most people don't realize they're losing until it's far too late. There's a rule of thumb that by age 40, you should have 3 times your annual salary saved for retirement. It sounds like just another financial benchmark, but it's not. It's the edge of a cliff, the compounding cliff. If you hit that target, the magic of compounding interest can do most of the heavy lifting for you from that point on, carrying you to a secure retirement. But if you miss it, the math becomes brutal. The amount of money you have to save each month to catch up becomes exponentially larger. Falling behind in your 30s is like trying to run up a down escalator that's speeding up. The gap between where you are and where you need to be widens at a terrifying rate. The difference isn't just a few $1,000s. It's the difference between retiring at 65 and working until you're 75. It's the difference between a life of freedom and a life of regret. And hitting that number feels almost impossible if your income isn't growing. That's where the most comfortable, and therefore most dangerous, trap of your 30s lies. You have the good job, the steady paycheck. You're respected, you know the ropes, and life is comfortable. But comfort is the enemy of growth. In your 30s, you are in your absolute peak earning years, and staying in the same role for too long out of loyalty or fear is a form of financial self-sabotage. Every year you don't ask for a significant raise, learn a new high-value skill, or strategically look for a better opportunity is a year you are losing ground. The market is constantly moving, and if you're not actively increasing your value, you are passively becoming less valuable. People who strategically change jobs every few years in their 30s often earn dramatically more than those who stay put. This isn't about being disloyal. It's about understanding your worth and fighting for it. Getting comfortable is a trap that lulls you into complacency while your earning potential withers away. Securing your income is about protecting your present. But what about protecting your family's future when you're no longer there to do it? No one wants to think about it. It's morbid, it's uncomfortable, and it feels like something for old people. But creating an estate plan in your 30s, especially if you have a house or children, isn't about preparing for your end. It's about preventing a nightmare for the people you love. If something were to happen to you without a plan in place, you are leaving behind a legacy of chaos. Your assets could be frozen in legal battles for years. The state, not you, could decide who raises your children. It becomes a messy, expensive, and emotionally draining ordeal for a family that is already grieving. A simple will and designating legal guardians is not a complicated process, but it is your final act of responsibility. It is the final bill you will ever handle, and you can either pay it with a few hours of planning now, or you can force your grieving family to pay it with years of confusion and heartbreak later. These aren't just milestones on a checklist. They are defenses against the financial traps that derail millions of people in their most critical decade. It's about freeing yourself from the debt mirage, resisting the allure of the golden handcuffs, and understanding the invisible forces that control your future. It's about building a fortress against chaos and staying ahead of the compounding cliff. Your 30s are the decade where your financial choices stop adding up and start multiplying. The question is, are you building a ladder or just digging a deeper hole?